What's up guys? So we're back at Pendle Hill. We're going to continue with the Pendle Hill project story of the Pendle witches. We're back in the Pendle quarry where the witches used to practice their magic. The witches used to meet on the different Sabbaths of the year, different occasions that witches would celebrate. And right now we're coming up to Easter, so the next celebration would have been Oster, the beginning of spring. And the Pendle witches that would have met here, Elizabeth Southern, the elderly lady, the grandmother of the family who lived at Malkin Tower, and then there was the family of the Devices, Elizabeth Device and her son and daughter James and Alison, which we've already done a little talk about them on the previous daytime shoots that we've done, which will be coming out pretty soon as an edited version. And we're going to cover Alice Nutter, who was a local, she was quite a wealthy person, she owned a big hall and she owned a lot of land and she had a lot of money. She was the only witch to be buried at Pendle New Churchyard. The others were just buried in a ditch after hanging. They were just thrown into a pauper's ditch. So the only one witch that made it back here for decent burial was Alice Nutter. So if any of these names come through on tonight's investigation, then we know who we have here. So we're going to, without further ado, we'll just get on and start doing some paranormal. So I'll hand over to Andy, and you can set up if you want to do spirit box or spirit talker. The Estes box stuff also is in your bag if you wanted to try that out. So I'll get on the camera now and see what we can get tonight here. Can I take those torches, please? Right, cheers, thanks. It's pretty windy tonight, guys, but it's 3 o'clock in the morning, so we've actually come up.
Who wants to light any of these lights up, talk through this, let us know you're here. You've spoken to us before, so no different than what we had done before. With us, any spirits, any other kind of presence that's with us.
Every so often I think we should just stop and listen out, because in the past, guys, we've actually heard like something rushing down the side of the hill here, as though it's like an animal or a person. And in the past, when we've done paranormals here, we've had like different sounds in the background. We've had a cackle, haven't we, on one occasion? And then we held, what did it say? Food. Okay, so they would have had the feast here, because one of the things the witches do at Sabbath is they bring food, and they all bring something, like some will bring eggs, some will bring cake, some will bring drinks, some will bring bread, and they all like feast together, same as you would now at a normal party, everybody brings something and you have the feast. So that's probably why it's saying food.
It might have been to do with what was left for you last time.
The chocolate bar. Yeah, that's one of the things that witches do, guys. We came up here a few weeks ago and we filmed it, so we planted a couple of spell jars in the rocks. So another witch has been here, opened the spell jars, released the spells for me and left me a bar of chocolate and a couple of items which I put inside the jars as a sort of to let me know that they have released the spell for us. So you get witches. I'm attached.
Who are you attached to? Who are you attached to? Me? If you're attached to me, say my name. If it's Alison, say her name. Say Alison. Because I get the feeling that the last few times paranormal we've done, things have targeted me for one reason or another, and I just wonder why. to give me a bit more knowledge. Who are you attached to? Who are you attached to? Are you attached to this place? Or are you attached to one of us? If so, let us know who you're attached to.
Planned.
Planned? It was planned, was it? What was planned? What was planned needs to be a bit more.
They might be talking about when they was trying to bust the other two witches out of Lancaster jail.
What was planned? Can you be a bit more specific? Just trying to get your story, get the history, get the true facts.
Ask them about Lancaster jail.
Was it this connected to Lancaster jail? Or something else?
Just film around, guys, in case we get any flashy orbs or anything. You can see the skyline. Can you see the hill line there?
Quite talkative last time.
Thumbscrew.
Did that say thumbscrew?
Thumbscrew.
Jail, Lancaster. You know what?
Right.
There's always been a theory. Did James Device get tortured during questioning? Because it was illegal. They weren't meant to do that at the time.
Is that what you're talking about? What happened to you?
James, is it you? Please come through. Come closer. Talk to us through this. Don't be afraid of the modern equipment.
Can you tell us your name? You don't need to be afraid. We're not here to cause any harm or anything like that.
It's funny how you said Lancaster jail and it said thumbscrew.
Yeah. We just want to know your story so we can tell people the truth of what happened to you.
So they must have used the thumbscrew to get them to talk. Maybe they used it on Alison as well, and you know, the women.
Or is it a period of a time that you don't really want to talk to? If you don't want to talk about it, let us know, and we won't keep going on about it.
I'm going to ask them a question. This is what I really want to know the answer to this, because this is like, you know, rumours and legends. Did you try and blow the hole out of the side of Lancaster jail to get two of your relations out to release Elizabeth Southern and Elizabeth Device? Because this all happened 8 years after Guy Fawkes tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament and kill King James. So blowing up buildings was kind of like the popular thing to do, and our witches, I say our witches because to me they are friends and family,
Jeremiah?
tried to blow the side, well they planned and plotted to blow the side out of Lancaster jail.
Who are you? What connection have you to this place, Jeremiah? I've had this name before.
Well, maybe it's someone that's never been documented.
I've had Jeremiah before, and I'm not sure whether it was here or it was
1700s.
1700s. Yeah.
Was this
So
his
how
land?
old were you?
Yeah, but this is a later person. He's 100 years later, this guy.
Yeah.
What if he's a descendant? Because remember, Alison and James and Jeanette had a half-brother called William.
But people were still persecuted for it because the Salem was 1690, and this went on till mid-1700s all over Europe. So I mean, real people probably would have still, not as much. Are you related to somebody who was part of the witch trials in this area? Are you a son or husband?
Or a descendant, a grandson? The 1700s is 100 years later, so it could be a grandson or a great-grandson.
Are you a relative of somebody who was there, or were you somebody who, for one reason or other, escaped the trials?
Yeah, but it's It is a name from that era, 17, 1800s.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you just read what I was thinking?
What was you thinking? What was you thinking? I don't do tea leaves anymore.
Jeremiah, I don't know why. I was thinking of something else.
Why? What else would be Jeremiah?
I don't know. Do you know when you get...
The torches are off. Look, it's wind. That's why the torches are. Hang on.
Okay.
Who's Jeremiah? You need to explain in here because none of us know who this guy is.
I was thinking.
What was you thinking?
Something that's not through.
Oh, I get it, yeah. Demonic, you mean?
As soon as I
Sorry
thought
guys,
it,
just chasing the
my head
equipment.
went, yeah.
So you think it's using it?
Are you what I'm thinking?
Let me come round there because you're shouting now and I can't get a word in edgeways here. Right, go on. Who's this Jeremiah?
That's who I was thinking straight away. I thought demonic straight away in my head.
Oh, really?
As soon as I thought, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
This.
Isabella.
No, what's that?
Isabella.
That sounds like a couple, really, Jeremiah and Isabella. Maybe they lived here. Maybe they took this on after the witches. This land, you know, because it's always been quarried. This, all the gravestones in Pendle New Church were quarried from this stone here.
I think I've had
So we're sitting amongst future gravestones, really.
Isabella's come through before and Jeremiah's come through before.
Because if you go down that end, there's still some graves carved out, isn't there, which they didn't quite remove from the rock. It's a bit dark down there, so we can't really show you at night time. We'll have to show you during the day. There are some things we want to show you during the day up here. There's a green man chiselled into the rock, and there's some part-finished graves down the bottom end.
What connection have you to this place? You're very quiet. You're not. Very quiet.
Just give us names on there.
Yeah. Stories to come out, and you want people to tell your story and about you. You've got to tell me.
I know you're thinking demonic candy, but for me, Jeremiah and Isabella 1700s, to me, sounds like the next generation that have taken on this.
Recognise. You recognise us? Oh, should we recognise you?
See, I can hear, but it might be drips and wind blowing things about. We have heard strange noises up here before, haven't we? We've had cackles and everything.
My name is Anna.
Anna. So
Anna.
we're getting people through it. What if there's another generation of witches followed on 100 years later? Right here.
Yeah.
Possibly it's them. Think about it, right?
I would.
Well, think about it, right? We know all the 1600s witches because they're historically documented, aren't they? But the witches that followed, we don't know because there's no history about them. Look at the EMF meter in here. If any witches from the 1700s or any other time are here, flicker the EMF over there. Oh, look. That was just flickering then. That's the bike light. The head torch. Flicker the...
Can you
Flicker the lights if you can tell us that you're here.
Because we'd love to know and we would hope that there is.
Because maybe now it's time for us to meet other generations of witches that use this space. Because this space will have been used throughout. For witches it's famous, this space. For ordinary people it's just a hiking place, but for witches all these stones here with the lights upon them mean something that alters.
Okay.
Because they're stone and they contain a natural energy. Yeah, there's wind there. Are you going to rest spots there? Oh, you do the Polaroid?
I like the dark.
Oh my god, so do we. You're not alone there. gonna love the Polaroid.
Can you? And then I can see you.
We're using Polaroid, guys, because it's pretty good to pick up images, you know, spectres. Bollocks to it, there goes my witch's hat again. Why don't I just give it up? How the hell can you wear the witch's hat in this? There's no chance. There's lights in there for your Polaroid camera.
I'm not playing games.
No, they're not playing games. It's windy up here tonight. It's always windy up here. You can come on the car, Mr. A, and it's just... Is my hat there? It's gone over there somewhere. Can you please just get me that back and then we can... It's over there. Can you see it's there right in front of you? Thought we did well tonight, keeping that... What's the hats here? I might as well hold the hat up. Hold it up. Right, this is a traditional witch's hat with the band missing. So the band's on the floor down there somewhere. This is a traditional... Oh my god. Do you know what? I don't know how these witches ever conducted any kind of a flipping... anything up here, because the weather's always like this. How did they keep the hats and robes? How did they keep the candles and the fires? Like, it's just... It's impossible. Oh, is that the band? Right.
The band.
Just bring my witch's hat back, because I want to explain what all these little cords and things are about to people, because we're trying to explain a little bit about modern day witchcraft while you're setting up for your Estes box. It blew off again, it's gone over there. You know it's gone over there somewhere. Sorry about this, guys, but these are the kind of problems we have when we're filming outdoors. We're right up in the tops, to be honest. Let me make sure my cords are still on it. My witch's cords are gone. Right, I'll have to look for them because I can't lose them. I'll look for them. Yeah, I need them back. Oh, them are them. The pouches that I had the... do you know what? That's why the hat's blown off, because I found them. Yeah. Right, there should be another cord on the floor somewhere. I will explain about these witches' cords in a minute, guys. Witches' cords really are magic bands. And what you do is when you've cast a circle, you tie the magic bands onto your hat whilst chanting some special, like, magical words. And it just makes you more powerful when you're doing spells and stuff. I lost them last time, Maria, so now I found them. See, this is the kind of thing that happens. One thing disappears and another thing turns up. It's just really windy. Oh, Jesus Christ. We may as well just scrap this shoot altogether. I'm giving it up. It's like, have you got it? Yeah. The torches are all over the floor now. The torches are like gone everywhere. It's not paranormal, this, guys. It's just windy as hell. And there's another one by your feet there, I think, a torch. Yeah, alright. So what I think I'll do is I'll just explain the witch's hat, because there's no point trying to keep it on now, it's just blowing everywhere. Alright, so the witch's hats. Let's get some light on it. Right, we've finally got to the witch's hats after it's blown all over Pendle Hill. So this is the witch's hat.
Tonight.
Those cords that are wrapped around are what I was telling you about just a minute ago, the magical cords. We tie them up when we're chanting spells and then it makes us more powerful as witches. The cone is shaped so that it draws the moon down through in and it gives you energy around your hat. This is the Isis headband, the pentacle on it. And that's a traditional witch's hat, which shouldn't really blow all over Pendle Hill, but you know, this is what happens when you're up here. So Andy's going to do some Polaroids and we'll see if anything shows itself.
Do you want to shine your torch?
Well, one of them's disappeared. Like, I asked you to pick them up and they're all over everywhere. They're all over the floor everywhere, literally, so I'll try my best. That's all I've got in lighting now. They've just gone. Do you want us to shine it against what you're photographing, or behind the camera's probably best? It's the camera that probably needs the light, to be honest. Or do you want me to shine it on what you... Right. See how that turns out, and if we have to shine the torches a different way, we can always do another couple more, couldn't we? Do you know what? I'm going to put an EMF meter on me, which is...
My name is Frank.
Frank? There's a lot of people turning up here. Right, I'm going to put that EMF on the witch's hat, because you know what? If there is energy there, it's going to flash and let us know. Just out of interest, let's just see if we get any flashy. So that's the traditional witch's hat. You'd wear robes, obviously we've got robes as well. There's different things that witches wear, you know, depending on what kind of spells and things they're doing, what kind of time of year it is and all that stuff. It's centuries old, this, you know, the cords around the hat thing, it goes back to ancient times.
Yeah,
We're trying to explain a little bit of modern day witchcraft as we go, you know, with the history and the paranormal of the witches.
Jeff.
Jeff.
These are modern names though, aren't they? But you know, in The Wizard of Oz, they get blown about it. They have a tornado, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of like we've got our own tornado going on here. I think I'll sit over there and film from there, because I'm then at your level rather than looking down. That's it. It's very rocky around here, guys. It's hard to sort of find a place to be comfortable. So this is Esther's box method. So what Andy's doing is he's put the headphones on and he's connecting it up to the radio, and he'll run as a spirit box the radio. If you've got a digital radio, and you can set it to scan all frequencies. So when Andy's got that on, all he'll hear is the crackle of the radio through his headset. So what we do is I'll ask him questions, and if we get any replies coming through that, then we know that it's an answer from the spirit world. Esther's box, it's quite a popular method now with a lot of paranormalists. We've used it before on some of our other shoots, and we're going to try it out again here. Andy'll signal when he's ready and set up, and then we'll let's just see what we get, see what happens. Andy covers his ears up properly so that he knows he cannot hear what I'm asking him, and we can literally just ask questions, whatever, anything really, whatever we want to ask. So I'm pretty interested in Lancaster Castle, and towards the end of this Pendle Witch series we're going to go up there and go into the tower where the witches were kept prisoner, and show you, you know, because they've reset it up as in the days of how bad the conditions were and all that. So we're going to do that. So I've got more of an interest really in that side of it. So Andy thinks I'm going to be asking about all the witches. So I'm going to ask about Lancaster Castle instead. Let's just see what happens, what we get. We get something totally, you know, random about the castle and stuff would be good, wouldn't it? Because then we know that we're being spoken to by spirit of the witches, which I'm pretty sure are all around us. I can feel like a presence. I can feel like a gathering. The quarry goes right on up there, right all the way up to the top, and all of these stones around here were used by the witches for ritualistic purposes, and many witches since. I think he's on now, so let's start asking some questions. Okay, my Pendle witches, would you like to gather around and take some seats amongst the rocks, and then we can talk? I'm going to ask Andy some questions, and you can answer into his ears, and he will hear your reply. And I want to ask you about Lancaster Castle and the trial and the jail conditions. We don't really know a lot about that. We only really know what led up to the trial and how you became arrested. So tell us a little bit about Lancaster Castle, and were you questioned and interrogated before the trial? Do you think it was unfair and it was all set up so that...
Ready?
Okay, let's go. Please tell me about Lancaster Castle.
Help us.
So you were stuck in a tower jail and you wanted help to get out of there, but your family tried to blow the side of the wall off.
Evil demon.
Evil demon? Is the evil demon here? In this area because it's still theirs. But people have been here conjuring up demonic stuff, so that's probably, we did cleanse it, but sometimes one cleansing isn't enough. Do we need to cleanse this place again?
I'm here.
Who are you, please? Can you give me your name? Okay.
Alison.
Seriously? Well, hello. Yes, we are Andy and Alison. Nice to meet you all. Could you give us your names? Who are you? Are any of our popular witches here that we know? Elizabeth, Alison, James, Alice.
Boy.
James.
They're in pain.
Right, so maybe this is what we're asking about Lancaster Castle. They were incarcerated down in the dungeon with no lighting, in the damp, with no food and no water. They would have just been given scraps once a day, bread and milk if they were lucky. Were you interrogated before the trial?
Will you sit?
Will I sit? Yeah, by all means. If it makes you feel
Will you
more...
help?
If I can help, I will help you. If you need to cross over, we can do that.
Our future.
It depends if you want to stay earthbound as spirits or if you want to cross over to the light. If you cross over to the light, you'll only be able to come back to visit. You can cross over to the light. Ghost. Who's
Lewis.
Ghost? Lewis, that's my spirit guide. Well, Lewis will be present, he always is. Lewis, can you come through and give me a message, please? Tell me something that only we will know, the two of us. I'm hearing noisy rocks. Well, it's windy as hell, guys, up here, so it might just be that... we have a boulder thrown in the past up here. I suspect that's the demonic presence that's doing that, not the witches wouldn't do that. Lewis, can you talk to Andy, please, if you're here? I know you need sitting under the rocks protecting us. Just give me one message about yourself, your life, and I know it's definitely you. He lived. I connect up with one arm. He didn't have one arm. He might have had one drinking arm. It must be somebody else with one arm. He definitely didn't have one. Oh my god, there goes my heart again. I'm sure this didn't happen. I'm sure there was more professional about going about business than me. Seriously. I'm gonna have to go again. You know what? This hat's blowing off. Maybe I'm being led out into the quarry on my own. The Polaroid's a Polaroid here. What's that this Polaroid for? Who's that gone over here? Won't that be weird if there's a flipping orb or something on it? Now I'm being taken over here. Why am I being taken over here? Is there a reason you want me over here? You're trying to get me off on my own? Is that what it is? Are you blowing my hat over here to try and get me off on my own? Why do you want me on my own? I want you. Did that say I want you? Seriously, I just asked why you want me on my own. You want me? Why? For what purpose? You want my soul? Good luck. So my hat blew up. I am already here. I will not come any closer until if it's the witches, I will come close. Anything else, and I will not be coming any closer. That hat blew over there, and I felt I was being led. And Andy got through. I want you. Now that Andy's got the headphones on. Oh yeah, thank you. If you want to stir it up, we can do that. I've got my cauldron, we can stir it right up, don't worry about that. Yeah, so the hat blew over there, and then Andy got I want you alone, or something like that on the spirit box, so that's it. Can we have one of our witches too, please? Someone who we know. Give us your name first and then speak to us. Our witch is Elizabeth Southern, Elizabeth Device, Alison and James, and then we've also got Alice Nutter, and we've also got Anne Whittle, and there's Jane and Bullock. I said that right this time. And there's other witches besides. So there were more. But the Polaroid had blown off over there, so that's kind of weird. So maybe it would be showing up on that. Why? What was it?
It just went off.
Did it? Your Polaroid blew off over there. I've got it back, but I've not looked at it yet. That was strange, that, Andy, because my hat blew over there and I went after it, and you got I want you alone, or I want you. I said, why have you put my hat over here? You said I want you. So you know, you sometimes say they try and separate you off to try and get you on your own and all that. He's probably still got that thing turned on. He probably can't hear me. It's not the first time I've smoked to myself. It's quite a scratch one of those. There have been some pretty bad scratches on here. But you scratched Josh, exploring with Josh. Did you scratch Josh that night? You scratched Josh. Why?
Didn't.
What didn't? What didn't understand? Smithles. Smithles got to do with it. Yeah, exploring with Josh. American guy who came over here to do the paranormal here. Got a really bad scratch down his back, 3 scratches. Who did the scratch on Josh's back?
I like you.
Yeah, well, I want to know who scratched Josh badly that night, so bad that he fled in terror out of this quarry. Really good, Josh. You want to watch him, guys. Exploring with Josh. Nice guy. Doesn't deserve to be scratched by demons. No, I don't disrespect demons. I don't have anything to do with demons. But if you scratch Josh or anybody else, then that is wrong. Because you can't see you, so you're taking advantage. What does it keep saying? Oh, really? Well, it's probably this demonic thing then, because you know we did bless this place once, but if it's so strong, then we're going to have to bless it again. So we're going to have to come back again with the consecration tools. We've had Jeff before. Who's Jeff? It doesn't sound very. I wonder if Jeff conjured the demons up then.
Got him.
Jeff. Maybe that's the person who's been doing stuff up here that's demonic, you know, like casting reverse circles. If you do anything like a demonic, literally, you just reverse everything that's positive about witchcraft and do it the opposite way. And Andy's a big interest in demonic, so I get a feeling they try to match up to him sometimes. Yeah, I think they think he's got some really good powers and they could use him. But having said that, Andy does do a lot of protection upon himself. So I'm pretty safe that he's okay.
Mine.
No, Andy is not yours. Not yours at all.
Andy?
Just going to take you out of it now. Okay guys, so we've had some pretty interesting results with that there tonight. The battery's getting low now, and sometimes our batteries drain, you know, we're doing this kind of thing anyways. So Andy's still got his Estes box stuff on. So I'm going to bid you good night, and we'll see you with the next programme. And I think we're going to go back up to do follow up again on the critter sighting. And we've got a couple of other haunted halls to do in this area that's connected to the Pendle witches. So thanks for watching, and we'll say good night. Thank you.